make sure it shows up. Let me get the music going. Okay. So, in the last session, what ended up happening is you guys entered the cave, killed a group of goblins in the armory that you guys passed by, then killed a bugbear in storage, and the bugbear seemed to have a magic item known as the Maul Breaker. Or no, the Mail Breaker, my bad, which is a maul that essentially lowers armor class by 1 each successful attack that happens.
I knew I forgot something.
And then they fought the boss, learning about, or at least a thing hinting at the fact that there's supposed to be an attack on Indel at nighttime. You guys aren't sure when it's supposed to happen, but it's supposed to be soon, from what you can gather. Currently, there is a chest in the northwestern room, kind of sitting there in the top left. And there's actually one thing I didn't mention. There's like a little table right here that the goblin and bugbear and 2 other goblins were kind of looking at. But they're dead already. You guys already killed them. What do you guys choose to do?
I'm just gonna cement my victory by kicking the dead goblin's corpse.
Just stomp on their face.
Well, that's putting it more violent. I'm just gonna kick it aside. And then I look back at my compatriots. Well, we got a room full of loot here.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna ask this to Flare specifically. Hey, Flare, so you see the chest to the top in the northwestern corner up here. Do you choose to go to it?
For some reason, I don't trust it.
Okay. As a rogue, you can actually check the chest for traps and whatnot.
I guess I do that then.
Alright, so move your token up to the top right up here. Alright, so you guys see him kind of wander off, observing the chest. Alright, go to your character sheet and look for tools. There should be one for called Thieves' Tools.
Yep, I see it.
Alright, and just roll that. You should just be able to click on it.
That's me.
If you can't see it, it's under inventory, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. I
Alright.
ain't doing anything.
It should just be your proficiency and stuff. It should automatically add it, so.
Oh, you might need to equip the tools. That's why.
Here, I'll equip it real quick for you.
Yeah, it's equipped now.
Yeah, so you should be able to roll it now, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
Emphasis on should.
Just so you guys know,
They're not.
Well, it's not there, so just go ahead and just roll me a d20 and add your proficiency bonus. Since you're a thief, I think and add your proficiency bonus.
What were you saying, Anna?
I was gonna give you guys a heads up that I had to move locations, so there's gonna be interruptions between the dog and when my fiance gets back. He's running to get some fish food because we ran out this morning.
We're good.
Just looking for my bonus first.
Your proficiency bonus is likely to be getting +2 at this level.
Yeah, so just roll a d20 and add 2. If you don't know how to do that, you're gonna +/R 1d20 plus 2 in this case.
20 plus 2.
Yep. And just
Another
hit
thing
enter.
too is they can click a d20 in the bottom right, and then they click the plus
Yeah.
beside, and then you just type and enter in the chat box.
Oh.
It's another way of doing it.
Let me see if I can get it to work. 1d20 plus 2. You're saying it's a valid command?
Try hitting the d20 in the bottom right corner.
Yep.
And then hit the 2+ in the bottom. Like hit the plus twice, and then click roll.
2.
There we go.
Alright, the chest is not trapped, and you manage to open it. And what you find inside,
Oh.
you find like a piece of paper with writing on it. Do you speak Undercommon? Or can you read Undercommon?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, I do.
Alright. So the letter is in Undercommon. It says, advance on Indel at night in 3 days and attack at midnight. I have left you with some good weapons to enjoy slaughtering them. Boss says to have fun. And who it is from, you see kind of written in blood. Smarn the Bloody. And also in
Okay.
the chest, you find 2 potions of healing.
Guess I grab them.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and... Yeah. You should be able to translate it too, Markson, but he was just reading it.
Yep.
Okay, so... Do you choose to let everyone else know about the information that you've got from the letter?
Give it to myself for now.
Alright, you'll leave it to yourself?
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So... Anyone choose to do anything else? Actually, do you choose to put the
Until-
2 potions of healing in your... Like, how do you choose to put the 2 potions of healing in? You should do it stealthy?
I'll do it stealthy.
Alright, roll me stealth.
Oh.
And I want everyone else who wants to see if they want... If what he's doing, just go ahead and roll me perception.
Be a normal roll, I'm guessing. Ooh.
I don't think anyone's gonna beat that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will, because you have expertise.
Yeah.
And are you rolling?
Yeah, although I have no idea what I just rolled. So...
Your perception modifier is +4.
Well, no, it's not that. Hang on, let me take a picture of what I rolled so you guys can see why I'm like... I don't know. I know it's not a nat 1, because I saw the 1.
Why is that? Well, that's not working.
What's not working?
It's not allowing me to submit a roll.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm tossing it into roleplay, because that was the
Are you able to
one
share
I
screen real quick there,
tapped
Mark?
on.
It's just like I said. It's just not allowing me to enter any message into chat.
Oh. You should
Like,
just be able to
at
go
all.
to your sheet and click on perception.
I think I actually
I can't do
may
that
have
either. I
just-
can't do anything, actually, apparently.
Weird.
I think I might have actually rolled a nat 20.
I think that might be.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing a 20, so I think I rolled a nat 20.
Weird.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
do anything with my sheet right now, for some reason.
So, did you
'Cause-
replace this token after redoing it?
Yes.
Because I got my token selected and everything, and it's like... It says it is locked.
Oh,
Okay,
hold up. I have an
that's-
idea.
try unlocking it. That does not change it.
Configure ownership. Yeah, it says you're the owner of the character.
Then, but I can't say anything into the log at all.
Oh, it says you're not even in the game. What? Oh, wait, no, there
I
you
am
are.
very much in the game.
Yeah.
Weird enough, I don't see him.
Yeah, I had to open up the player thing with a little arrow there, and he's there.
Yeah, no, he'll appear in there, but I'm saying, like, right now in the player section, he's not... Oh, now he is. What the fuck?
I'm refreshing to see if that'll fix it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
This system has updated a few times since we started the campaign, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's having some leftover bugs. and
Yeah,
keys.
we essentially got the Foundry key for Tales of the Valiant's Player's Handbook finally, but it's only for Kickstarters.
There we go.
All right, what's your bonus? I think it's
None.
none. Okay. So Anna, what'd you roll?
I think it's a nat 20.
So that'd be a 24.
So
It was a nat 20, which would count as an automatic success against Pip's stealth check.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no,
how.
I asked how.
So that would be a 22 all total if that is a nat 20. Because I looked it over, that's the only number I didn't see was the 20.
Okay. So if you want to roll it as a 22, so you guys do not see him stick the 2 potions of healing into his back pocket.
I'm assuming I do notice.
I thought you said you
Or
wanted to
do
take
I
the 22.
notice?
You said you took a nat 20, and so I thought you said you wanted it to be.
Yeah. A nat 20, which plus my modifier would make it total of 22.
On sheet here, it's a +4.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go with what you
All right,
see
that
it
would be
as.
make it a 20. If we're doing the double proficiency, that would be a 28, which you do see it.
Okay.
Because Pip rolled a 26 for stealth.
Okay. I'm just gonna go, oh, okay. I'm just gonna see him do it, make a mental note,
Yeah.
and then just go about my business.
Okay, so you're not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything yet.
Okay.
Um,
So I'll go
but
ahead and add.
but I am going to go ahead and do what I can healing wise for the dwarf because I'm sure he needs healing.
All right. So how
I
much?
just don't know how many spell slots I have left.
So let's see. I recommend for spells to use the internal thing. I know you used your healing word and a cure wounds already.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
that let me check their spell casting.
Yeah, you use the
Healing word and cure wounds are level 1, circle 1, so they're half their spell slots right now.
Yeah, so you're at 2 more spell slots.
Do you not have some kind of downtime usable healing kit? Something that may take longer but doesn't require a spell slot?
I think so. I'm trying to get a different version of my character sheet up still.
What?
So I think I do have
So-
something else. I just don't remember off the top of my head.
All right, so
I think I even have a ritual healing spell.
that should
But
just
again,
be whisper. Yeah, healing word.
Healing word's not even ritual.
Yeah.
I thought it
what they're
was.
thinking of is prayer of healing, which they don't have.
Yeah, which
Okay.
actually no, they do have. They have it in the second circle, but
Second circle.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yep,
Okay, I
okay.
see it.
Yeah, because like I said, I thought you said they had
Yeah.
like all those second circle.
Yeah,
and first
sorry,
circle.
I oversaw it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do that
All right.
until he's healed enough that he'll be fine for the night.
All right. So go ahead. Just go to your spell casting slot or tab, and then go down to second circle and go to prayer of healing and click on it.
I'm already doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless they're in the VTT or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
You are in. Okay.
I'm just trying to still get my character sheet pulled up in a different tab.
Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Well,
You
I've
just
got a
targeted
separate
yourself.
tab. I was gonna just have where I could flip to it.
You targeted yourself there.
I
That's weird.
don't understand how this works.
So click on Magbrek. All
Why
right.
click on me?
And then
Oh.
then click the spell.
It's not changing targets.
Well, you untargeted yourself. There you go.
Okay. And then it's double left click to pull it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you make sure you're not on targeting. The targeting is like the target.
Oh wait. There's a small problem.
Okay.
I am not seeing my spells in my character sheet.
Spellcasting.
It'll be next. It'll be the one over from main.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Okay.
have it in a separate tab. So.
That's why I was not seeing it.
All right.
It's not showing as I have healing, the healing word.
Prayer of healing. It would be
Or
second
prayer
circle.
of healing.
It's underneath hold, and above protection from poison.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, so click on that.
They'll need to click the drop down where it pops down, then they need to click heal.
Yeah.
And then it'll
It's
pop that thing up.
Yeah, you should click the arrow to the right of the word prayer of healing, and then it'll say heal.
It's forcing me to use a
It's gonna say use
spell
activity. You can
slot.
just you cannot not use a spell slot.
Yeah, you have to use a
I
spell
thought
slot.
if it's a ritual, I didn't have to use a spell slot.
Let me just check that duration. Because it'll usually tell you if it's a ritual.
Because I
It's
marked
an
that one
evocation,
as ritual.
and I don't see a ritual.
I
Okay,
might have
so
messed up on my character sheet though.
it just takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking of in 5e it's a ritual.
Yeah.
That could be where I'm getting that from.
All right. So let's see here. So go ahead and select Magbrick now. You could actually have up to 6 creatures too. So.
Okay.
I think I was like
Beyond,
one of the only people who actually took damage though.
Yeah, it's only you and
is
Flair
there
that
any...
really took damage. So.
Okay, so how would I go about making sure I'm targeting Flare and...
You basically just click the target button and click on him too. Although I think it might only target one at a time. Mistaken. What the system is, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's only gonna target one at a time. So you just need to click the heal button.
I mean, I took a bit of damage too. I mean, it's only chip damage at this point.
Yeah.
Cat, hold on. What?
So there's heal in the chat box that you click.
So I click heal on the chat box. Okay.
Yes. And then we both restore that.
All right. So you both restore 11 hit points. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it for Pip.
I can do it
Okay.
myself. Well, I'll do it for myself.
All right, because I have Pip targeted. So.
Yep.
No, so I'm not included.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
can
go
be
ahead and add
included.
yourself. It's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
I'm
I
just
can do up to... I can
maintaining
do the whole
position
party.
to, guard the door.
Yeah. So go
Or
ahead
what
and
I
just
think
add. You're back at max, Gearden. So.
Of course, not really paying attention to what just happened. Bankbrooks is looking at, aye, this ale's really got some healing power.
Yeah. Once the spell's done, she's just gonna look at it and be like, I'm over here casting healing spells. It's not your ale, but it's me.
What if you're
Also,
just secretly blessed in the ale?
she's gonna scoop up a pebble and toss it at you. In your general direction. For the comment. And
I deserve that.
she's gonna also then look at him and just be like, also, just so you know, that was stupid of you running in here, leaving your healing person behind, unable to see you. I can't heal you if I can't see you.
I just start grumbling to myself in Dwarvish at one point before I switch back to the common. Aye, but it worked, didn't it?
Because you got lucky.
Aye, it wasn't about the luck. Just the way of the sword.
Sounds like luck to me.
Alright,
Just
so...
pop and drinks the ale.
So in the boss fight, there's nothing more you guys have. You guys are still looking pretty good on hit points now. So... there's still one more area that you guys haven't explored. When you guys were out, so Gerda, what you see, just real quick, you see the pillar right there, and you remember seeing some of the pillars, and just kind of a way that moves up to the northeast from the exit of the boss lair.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm
So-
inclined to take a slight peek in case anybody's coming up.
Yep, just go ahead and just roll me perception.
Perception. Let's see if I'll do that this time. There we go. Now I can roll perception. Goody.
Was
You don't
not
see
very
anything.
perceptive.
Yeah.
You don't say!
Yeah.
I'm
think-
just...
But I'm also gonna be
No.
serious. You don't actually see anything. It's just or hear anything or just anything. It's pretty barren.
Well, did you see anything out here?
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
Does anyone else want to just roll perception real quick, see if they see anything or hear anything?
Sure.
My unperceptive ass will also give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd try also.
I am still as perceptive as Kieran.
Yep.
Me try though.
You become blind and deafened.
Oh.
Nope.
We are not doing too hot. We're all just lining up and we're like, I don't see a thing.
Just play a game of betting, like descending coming out of the darkness.
I'll go ahead and roll perception as well.
We gotta keep with the running gag.
There we go.
Okay, so I rolled a 19 on perception.
Yep, so that's a 23. So, whom you can
Oh
hear...
no, not a 23, 19.
19,
So
you roll a
including
15
the-
on the die.
Yeah, it's a 15 on the die.
I
Okay,
learned
so-
to understand numbers.
So you guys don't hear anything coming out, but I will say with that 19, because it's pretty high, you can kind of hear something in this direction, but it's not moving. It's kind of like sitting there, like kind of like sleeping noises in a way. Like someone's snoring.
I'm gonna point in the general direction I heard it and said, somebody's snoring over there. Let's not wake them up.
He probably just had too much to drink.
By the way, do you each roll stealth?
Oh no. You're gonna ask Lord Clang that question.
Yep.
Fucking, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I think I'm clanging a little bit too hard.
I'm gonna go.
And stealth
I'm gonna
don't
go ahead
fail.
and roll stealth just
Why'd
to
you roll a
try to make
disadvantage?
sure that I'm as
Why did I roll
quiet as
disadvantage?
possible.
Yeah, you hit KL, yeah. 2d10
It's almost
now.
like I'm wearing chainmail.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Okay,
Yeah.
yep, so 10, 6... Gearden?
I haven't moved or done anything that would make noise.
I'm just saying, just roll a stealth for the dungeon. Assuming you guys see in the combat again.
Okay.
Wow, the dice are failing us all today.
Okay. So, 5. So it looks like you guys got 6, 10, and 12. Alright. So, you guys are free to move throughout the dungeon. And explore more.
Wait. I somehow
Yeah.
didn't trip that snoring ass man with the
No.
clanging. Oh my god.
They're completely like they're completely out of range for what you guys can tell, but they're just kind of like on the edge of like the sound. You can kind of hear the sound of snoring. It's high pitched, so
That's amazing. The fact I didn't actually alert anybody with clang.
yeah.
You
The
want me
stealth check was
to
just for
roll?
just moving through the dungeon stealthy.
Mhm.
Do you want me to roll stealth to see how quiet I'm managing to be?
Sure.
So that's about all I can really do. So that's an 18 on the die.
Alright, this just did. Anna's the lucky one. We're just the free unfortunate musketeers.
So I have a dirty 20.
All right. I'm
Okay.
making note of that.
Share
There we
share me your wisdom.
Uh,
go. Okay.
unfortunately, I can't share because I don't know how I got it.
All right.
Sometimes
I
The
think
dice
it
like
was a
me?
joke.
sometimes they don't.
That was the joke.
All right. So do you guys choose to pursue the snoring, the high pitched snoring?
Honestly, if I get to clang at least one head before I have to leave for work, I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like skirt. I'm gonna try to avoid getting too close to it because I don't want to wake it up until it's already been stabbed if we're gonna wake it up.
Alright,
Oh, you're
I'm
you're
gonna.
you're.
Oh, stabbed
Go
or
ahead.
smacked.
Go ahead, Gearden.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Clang, you sir, stay in
Aye.
the back for the moment.
Any particular reason? Other
Click.
than my clanging?
No, just the clanging.
Okay, fair enough. I can't argue with that logic.
I mean, you could always hang out with Miss Firefly.
Looks at you, starts grumbling in dwarvish again.
Pip, smash it with a plate. All right. So, go ahead and start moving your character northeast in the way you guys wish to move.
Hold on.
Need me to move it for you?
Yes, please.
No
I don't know
Don't
how to. I
they
don't
have
know
a
how to do
torch?
this.
Yeah, he has a torch. Well, she
Yeah,
has a torch.
I'm
Pip
intentionally.
doesn't.
I'm intentionally staying back and trying to avoid getting too
Well,
close
it's
to
like, why
the
can't I see the
snoring I
light
heard.
then?
You should have dark vision.
Yeah, well, but
Magbrack, you need to
having
fix this.
vision shared because they're giving light would extend my vision, wouldn't it?
No.
No.
Dark vision, essentially, the best we could describe it is you can kind of see like a fuzzy
No, but I'm saying
blackened...
if they're bringing actual light to where I'm not having to use dark vision anymore.
Oh, yeah, then...
Normal vision.
Yeah, so right now we are seeing normal vision because of the light.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm actually not seeing. Is there... Wait, can you
Really?
test moving the token a little bit to the northeast?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any difference. Nope.
Huh. That's weird, because I have dark vision too, and I'm seeing a difference.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh again.
Well, let me check inventory features.
I'm sneaking up a bit.
Yeah. Might just be a bug with the thing. 'Cause, yeah, it says you have dark vision right here.
Oh, don't think.
Yeah, because if I go away from the
but-
lights, if I go away from the light source real quick.
Oh, and I should probably remove
Did
that
we
light source in
ever-
here.
Yeah, if you want to just test removing that light real quick for me, please. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the light's working fine for me.
Do you mind re-adding it then? Maybe get it to work for me?
Yeah, let me just switch back to GM real quick, and I can do that for you.
Because if I go, yeah.
So let me just double check the light here real quick. Light. So let me turn off the light real quick. And turn it back on. Did it fix it, or is it still being weird?
Try moving it in that direction again. Nothing. I'm not seeing any.
Weird,
Oh, wait. Are you moving my token or his?
The light source.
I'm moving the light source.
Okay, now it's starting to work. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm fine if I get scooted by everybody because I haven't figured out how to scoot myself yet.
You
Dragging
can
your
actually use
body.
W, A, S, and D, and you can actually move yourself that way.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, honestly, I learned that was a thing like 2 years into using it.
I just got scooted by somebody else, I think.
Alright, so you guys are moving northeast of the dungeon.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Sorrow, heads up. I got like 15 minutes for start getting ready.
Okay. So your goal is trying to get over here. That's you guys' goal.
Yes!
Get where?
Over this way.
Okay. Well, my movement is gonna... Oops. Would probably help if I actually had my fingers on the right keys. My movement's gonna be based on everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be expecting Gearden to go ahead because I was told to stay in the back.
Well, I'm actually not moving forward because I have, in case we see anything, I have my crossbow ready to immediately take a shot.
Ah, okay.
So that's why I'm not moving forward, because I mean the thing has considerable range, and that's why I was asked about the light, is because basically the light acts as a spotter for me to snipe.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Alright.
I'm just taking it really slow so I don't get caught by anything.
Yep, so far you guys are still in the clear. And, yeah.
Hey, there's a crossroads.
Yeah, so Magbrack, as you look up, you kind of just behind this pillar here, if you can gather it's a pillar, but to the north it just kind of loops up and around, and to the right it just keeps going that one direction. From what you can gather, there's nothing really there. But yeah, you can choose to go either up or to the right.
Guess I go white.
Alright. Alright, so Magbrack, since you see this, don't worry, you don't have to roll anything. So as you go ahead and just roll me perception real quick.
What happened to not rolling anything?
I lied.
Can't trust DMs anymore.
Okay, so 13. So what you see kind of like an opening to the right here. It's not too big, but it's enough to really fit. It's enough to be like 10 feet tall, or roughly but it's about 7 feet tall. But in there, you can hear the snoring getting louder.
Alright, would I know Pip's name by now?
That's a question for Pip. Pip.
I don't think Pip told anyone his name.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I can nudge you. Hey, Indel, man. Nothing's coming from there.
Or just lock and nod.
I do have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Okay,
On the snoring, since I heard it before everybody else did, am I noticing it's getting louder as we're wandering
As you're
towards
approaching?
it?
Yes.
Okay. I am gonna hang back a little bit more and just like listen for any signs that I need to come up. Well, get in closer
Mm-hmm.
because I really don't want to wake whatever it is up.
Yeah,
And
it still sounds decently distant, but it's still getting a little bit closer. Like I said,
yeah,
it's a high pitched snoring.
yeah. Well, I'm still gonna be very cautious because whatever it is, I don't want it to wake up before we have a chance to ambush it in its sleep. If that's what everybody else decides to do.
Well, again,
All right,
that's why
Magbrack, hold
I'm.
on, just a second.
Oh shit.
So as
Okay,
you look in,
I still cannot actually see any of the terrain being revealed by them.
yeah, you'd have to
Okay.
move up a little bit. So, it's like I recommend if you're gonna do anything, move your character like up over here somewhere.
Because I think. Yeah, okay, it still doesn't do anything. Like,
Yeah,
did
'cause-
somebody else screen share and show me what it's supposed to look like?
You can check my screen right now.
Yeah, he's screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, who has the light source?
It
That'd
was
be
Me.
Anna.
Okay,
Yeah. So the light source is currently behind you.
Yeah,
okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, about 30
Oh,
feet
that
behind
they're
you.
the only. Well, why are they behind? I was asking them.
Because they have the
Get-
torch, and they're
Yeah.
figuring. Because they have
The
the torch, if
my,
there's anything awake,
yeah. I
they
know
don't want to alert
something's.
them.
Yeah. I'm trying not to wake anything up, and I'm trying to make sure they don't hear me, and they don't get
See
woken
you
up
if there's
by a light.
anything.
I don't accidentally shine a light in their face and wake them up because no one's gonna get happy being woken up that way,
All right, but
especially not
essentially,
by intruders.
so Madbrack, as you come across the edge of the sleeping pit, or you see a goblin just casually just sleeping right there, where you can at least make out some of him.
I'm just whispering. It's a Groby.
It's a
Yeah, it's what he calls dwarves. Or not dwarves, goblins. Groby.
Groby. Goran Groby.
Oh my.
But yeah, you can see a
Geared
goblin
ins,
just
then
casually sleeping there, from what you can gather.
gonna have to ask then. Shall I take care of it?
You think you can make it nice and quick?
I can make it quiet.
I like you.
Alright, so you're gonna have to move up a little bit in order to hit him. So,
Mm-hmm.
alright. I will say, as you start to enter the sleep pit, you start to see like several more of them kind of lined up against the wall. Yep, there you go. You see pretty much 6 of them casually lined up against the wall, so they are all sleeping.
All right. Well, in that case, then let's see. What's the option to select targets? What's the hotkey? How do you? Isn't there an option to like
that.
switch between select token and select
Yes.
targets?
It is the top button on the left side.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a hotkey.
Oh, hotkey? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so the idea is you just click on a target, right click on them, and then select like the little ripple looking thing that looks like a target.
Yeah.
It says toggle target state.
Do this one right
Oh.
here, and we're going to just aim for a nice and deadly shot right in the forehead.
Alright.
Just. Do I get any difference to hit chance for an unmoving target?
Since he's unmoving, well, okay, so essentially because he is asleep, you get advantage on the attack, and I'll also say if you succeed, you get a crit, so.
Don't make me need to cone you.
So essentially, if you get
I'm sorry,
advantage.
Anna was saying
Oh.
something.
It was
I
talking
was
to her
talking
dog.
to my dog.
Alright, so go ahead and roll the attack with advantage.
She was going to code the kobold.
Cone the furball.
Alright, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage as a crit. All right. So you aim the crossbow at him. You're slowly bringing it up to try to be as stealthy as possible. You aim for his head, and what ends up happening is you shoot the crossbow and it hits him right in the head, and he stops breathing altogether. He is dead.
All right.
That group is a good groupie.
So everyone else is completely unaware, still unaware because they are all asleep.
And let's repeat this.
All right.
If the
Right. Attack with advantage. All right. Go ahead and roll damage as a crit. There you go. Same thing happens. He just slumps over and dies.
all right then, let's keep the momentum up.
Well,
there's
a crit in there, so go ahead and just
1 in
roll the
20
crit.
chance.
Yep.
Well, as long as you don't make the goblin explode, we're good.
Okay.
No,
so
we don't want them to explode. Explosions are noisy.
All right. So what ends up
That's why
happening?
I said we don't want that.
So you shoot this goblin right here, right? You aim for his head, and it just barely hits him, but it scathes him right on the neck. And so he has to roll perception to see if he can, at disadvantage, to see if he can hear you. But he's definitely hurt. So let me go ahead and apply the damage.
And while he's doing that, I'm kind of in a panic, racking the slide for another bolt.
All right. All right. He rolls a 9, and you rolled, I think, since you
12.
rolled it. Yeah, 12. He does not see you.
All right, so
So
we're
you
gonna
take another shot.
yeah, very quickly, just like cursing under his breath, of like shit, kill shot.
All right, go ahead and roll damage. All right, so as he kind of slowly wakes up, you manage to shoot him right again in the forehead, and his head gets pinned against the wall here, and he dies.
All right, and then in that case, going to just oh nope, don't attack oneself. Do
Out of character, that means the goblin's now a goblin shish kebab.
Yeah. All right, tag with advantage. Oof. Okay, so that's a mess. I get to roll perception. Assuming it would let me open the sheet. There we go. Disadvantage. Okay. So he slightly hears the bolt kind of hit the ground right in front of him, but he kind of doesn't really acquire what it is. So he kind of just gets up and kind of sleeps on his side now. He's not sleeping on his side. You haven't been spotted. All right. Same thing again.
slippery bugger.
Yeah, you get lucky with these ones. Yep, so same thing. He's just he hears the bolt and he's kind of looks up, looks around briefly, and then just goes back to sleep.
Am I allowed to do something before I go to work?
If you want, you could probably try to
Math
sneak up
rocks.
and bash this one's skull in.
Math rocks. There we go.
Alright, there we go.
And
I will stealth in the meanwhile, because yeah, I'd like to try and do something, so I have to get ready for work in like 4 minutes.
Alright.
well,
So let's see here. So what ends up happening is you aim the crossbow again, you just barely miss him, but you end up hitting him right pretty much right in the middle of the forehead. You're aiming to the side, a little bit to the left, but you hit him right in the forehead, and he dies.
I'll tell you what. With this, I've got most of them. I'm just gonna wave the rest of the group in to say, "Hey, I got most of them. There's only 2 left."
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's
All right. So Magbreck, you're gonna try to move up. All right.
Yeah, I already rolled.
All right. So I'm just gonna roll perception since you're getting up close to him. Disadvantage.
Oh, what the fuck?
So which one are you going to?
I was going to that one there.
All right. So as you're slowly moving up, you pretty much this goblin just kind of starts hearing things moving towards him, and he kind of just stands up, and he looks at you, and he's like, "Oh shit! Where did you come from?" And the other one's like, "Wait, what?"
Oh,
So,
I guess never mind then.
all right.
I was gonna ask, can I try and shut him up before he says something?
Sure, go ahead. I'll just roll an attack on him as a reaction,
Yeah.
since it is considered a surprise.
This is literally gonna have to be the only roll I can do because I have to go to work after this.
All right, let's see.
I'm actually gonna.
Stay still while you're doing this.
I am going to, because I have to equip a weapon. I'm actually gonna use the mail breaker.
All right,
Where
bonk him
is-
on the face. Let's see. I think that hits. Let's double check.
I didn't target
Yep.
him. That's my
Oh,
problem.
yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage. All right. So as he slowly wakes up and looks at you, and he's about to say, "Oh shit!" You bonk him right on the head, and he's like, and you're like, "Shush!" but he looks back at you and says, and goes back to the other guy, "Oh, boy, we're under attack!" And they both
And-
wake up. And I want,
And the unfortunate part,
yeah,
this is where I have to bid y'all adieu.
yeah. Is there a way that I can actually edit the character? No,
Trust me,
don't
I
think
wish
will.
I wish I could have stayed around.
Okay. So
I
let me
wish
go
I could
ahead.
have. You can go ahead and use Magbreck in combat. You essentially, like, right now his shield's equipped, so his AC would be actually 16. I never unequipped the shield.
I'll
So, just remember, in combat, he's just gonna fucking bonk shit.
Alright.
Alright, take it easy, guys.
Yep, see you later.
Have a
Alright.
good day at work.
I will try. I'm only there for like 3 hours, fortunately.
So where is it? Alright, so everyone, I want you to roll initiative. I'll go ahead and roll Magrex.
I mean, number.
Ooh.
I rolled a nat 1.
Alright, so just add your
Oh, bad.
let's see, so I'm rolling everyone's. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wake this guy up real quick, if I can find out what his, that's his visibility. Oh, there you go, status effects. Sleep, so he's not sleeping anymore. This one?
So that's a grand
Sleeping.
total of 4.
Alright. So, this goblin is gonna go first. Let me go ahead and switch music before I forget. So this will work. Do you guys hear anything? I don't see
I
anything.
think I do.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I got it to work. Okay, so this goblin right here, that's gonna take a swing at Magbrek. Go back to chat. All right, scimitar. All right, so he ends up trying to take a swing. Magbrek, as a result, jumps back a bit and dodges the attack. All right. Let's see here. What is it? Next. Whoops. Alright, so next, this goblin's up. He's gonna go run up and get right here. And he is gonna try to smack Magbrek as well. Because of the type of attack, he's gonna have advantage. He's flanking. Alright. So his armor class is a 16, so it means it beats. Alright, scimitar. 6+2.
I'm gonna definitely first off a second because I need to hear something on IRL on my end a little better.
So Magbrek. Alright. Just let me know when you're back.
Yeah.
Alright. So Magbrek, as he steps back, he runs. The goblin ends up putting his blade out, and he stabs himself right in the back by this goblin. He takes 5 points of piercing damage. Alright. Alright, Gearden, you're up. The other thing too is I forgot I need to add Anna to combat.
Yeah. I'm probably bottom of the whole entire initiative list, though.
Alright. Yep.
Wait, what? Why is it saying?
Oh, because you had the goblin targeted, probably. That's alright.
That's a bug.
Yeah, so essentially you shoot the goblin, it just barely misses him, and the bolt goes right past him and hits the wall. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, Pip, it is your turn. So you have no idea where the goblins are coming from because you only have 5 feet of vision.
Yeah.
But from what you can gather, they're somewhere deeper inside.
Righty. I might see what I can do for a minute. I might move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see a goblin.
Give me 1 second. I'm just making sure I have this. 2. Alright. Alright. So, you're going to try to take a swing at the goblin right here?
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack. Whatever you're using.
Let's pick one thing.
Looks like I have to actually set your inventory correct. Alright, using your dagger or your rapier?
My dagger. It's my rapier.
Alright, I went ahead and equipped it for you.
And it should be normal. Oh.
Yep, it'll be a normal roll.
Okay.
Alright, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright. And go ahead and roll me just your d6 for sneak attack. That'll be under features, I think.
Yeah, rock features.
And that should be under, yeah, sneak attack should be the second one under rogue features.
Yeah, I see it, but it's got no wall on it.
Oh. Yeah, so just roll me a d6.
It's 1.
Alright, so you rolled a d6.
I'm 1 in it now.
Oh, there it is. Alright. So, what ends up happening is you come up around, you kind of are stumbling around trying to find these goblins, and you see one. And apparently he looks to be focused on Magbrek, so you just had to take the advantage and stab the crap out of him. And you sense a groan and pain as you stab him right in the shoulder. Alright.
Nice.
Magbrecht's turn. Alright, Magbrecht's gonna try to keep taking down this goblin. So this one, it's got 14 armor class. So let's see here. Like that. Alright. Where is it? Inventory. Alright, so that hits. So let's see here, so let's go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so you see Magrick's kind of getting annoyed at this goblin because he hasn't died yet, so he ends up taking his hammer, tries to bonk him again with it, and he ends up smashing his head into the ground, and it kind of becomes a giant mess, and he dies.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Moon, it is your turn. Or I guess Moon something.
Moon, yeah. How far would I go if I decide to use my dash action?
That'll be double your movement speed. So
Okay.
if you have 30, you can go up to a total of 60 feet, but that's all you can do because it uses your action.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my dash action as my action for my turn.
Alright. So as you go in, you see the goblin. You see a lot of dead ones just kind of sitting around, just kind of like around here and here. And you see the last one just kind of awake. So.
Yeah.
Alright. The goblin's turn. He is focused on Magbrecht. Alright. So if it meets, it beats. So what ends up happening... let me go ahead and roll damage real quick. Ouchies. Alright, so what ends up happening is, so the goblin, seeing his buddy dead, takes another swing at Magbrecht. Magbrecht kind of sees the his attack coming, and what ends up happening is he dodges just barely, but the scimitar just whiffs him by a bit, but it hits him right across the face. He's got a giant slash on his face, and he takes 3 points of slash damage. Alright, Garrett, it is your turn. Markton?
Technical difficulties. One more.
Alright.
My patience is wearing thin with this program. Really starting to work with this. Refreshing again. If this were a baseball, Foundry would be striking out right now.
So what's happening?
Not allowed to do attack rolls this time.
Weird.
Just like that. Just like that. It's like it keeps desyncing, it seems.
Yeah.
On a very
there
frequent
we go.
basis.
It's really everything else fine. Alright, there we go, it rolled. So, you see Magbeck try to dodge the goblin's attack and slash him right across the face. You'd pick up your crossbow and you shoot him right in the stomach. And he just kind of grabs the bull, groaning a lot before he slumps over dead. And that is combat.
Oh.
So, Cave Ambient. There we go. So I'll go ahead and remove everyone from initiative. Alright. So, I will say though, Gearden, you in particular see kind of a fascinating specimen. There's like some kind of machine at the very edge over here.
Show me again.
Right at the very end of the tunnel, you see kind of like a fascinating machine that's kind of just sitting there. You're not certain what it is, but down at the end over here.
Then I would like to run over, not walk, run over to investigate.
Alright, go ahead and roll me investigation. Nat 20.
Nice.
Okay, so as you touch this mechanism, you recognize it's a teleporter. You're not sure where it goes or where it's meant to go, but but you can tell it is definitely broken.
Alright, in that case, I'd be then saying so. I wonder if they're using this to get around quickly.
Since I heard him make that comment, I'm gonna, or at least I'm assuming I would have heard it. I'm gonna wander down to come look at what you're looking at.
Yes, you both see kind of like a teleporter. It's there, but it's broken. It kind of looks like, I don't know how to describe it any better. It looks like kind of like a corkscrew in the ground, and it's dug into the ground, but it looks like a corkscrew, and it's got like a little, it's kind of glowing light around it, coming through some cracks and whatnot within it, but it seems to be flickering more than it is. It seems to be flickering more than it is to being staying the same. So you can definitely tell it's damaged.
Can I investigate it to see if there's any I can figure out like what's going on, like where it's going, how it broke, like what's broken, something along those lines. See if I can get more information about how they've been using this teleporter.
Yeah.
Like any information I can get about it.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me investigation.
That's a 4.
You can't quite tell where the teleporter leads or anything, pretty much anything about it. But Garrett, I will say with your 26, you do notice there are some runes that are kind of just barely holding into the sockets. That, from what you can gather, might take you to someplace, but you're not certain. But like I said, it's broken. You won't be able to use it.
Well, I mean, this is the kind of thing, if anything, I would probably know how to fix.
Yep.
So, can I investigate the runes to see if I can make out what they're... You said, like, some of the runes are, like, not properly inset?
Yeah, they're like little stones that look like squares with, like, runes inscribed into them. And essentially, like, you can... From what you can gather, you can move them around and stuff to kind of change the location of the teleport. But yeah, so you can try to fix it if you want.
Definitely.
All right, so go ahead and just roll me Tinker's Tools. So as you're taking like your tools out and you're mending it with, they're essentially mending the device and whatnot with your Tinker's capability, you manage to fix the teleporter. Now, as a GM, I would recommend you not play with the runes too much. That's as a GM tip, because this might take you.
Well, what I'm thinking is just the only thing I would do is try to make sure that they are properly slotted in their current configuration.
Yeah. So you can do a test though if you want to take like a rock or throw it in there and see what happens.
Yeah, let's go ahead, toss a rock in.
All right. So as you throw a rock in, and apparently it comes back zapped. Like it literally came back, spit back out like a little bit of, like really, really hot. You think you probably shouldn't take the teleporter at this point in time.
Just to ensure this isn't one of those Terminator switch situations where only organic material can make it through. Let's put a body through.
All right. So you
if
pick
it's
up
supposedly fixed.
All right.
Quote unquote.
So you pick up a goblin body and you throw it through, and it comes back completely a skeleton.
It's like
I'm gonna look the skeleton and be like, I don't think we should be going through this teleporter. I like my skeleton in its meat suit.
Gearden is currently like grinning like a kid in a candy store. Like this is freaking hilarious to him, and he's gonna be putting all the other bodies in.
Okay, so everyone else, you guys see Gearden just kind of look at a skeleton come out of the teleport. He's going and picking up the rest of the goblin bodies and just kind of throwing it in there, and just watching him come out of the skeleton.
It's a skeleton maker.
Before I let him toss the rest of the bodies in, I'm like, hang on, let's check to make sure there's nothing useful before you throw them in there.
Pretty much it's just standard goblin stuff. There's like just arrows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Scimitars.
Exactly.
There's nothing special on them.
Yeah. I'm just pulling anything that I'm like, yeah, we might be able to use this. Even if I pull a scimitar from one of them, I'm just making sure we're removing an arrow from their head.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling weapons that we want to keep off of them.
All right, so Pip picks up a.
It's a skeleton cleaner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, do you choose to memorize the runes like locations?
Actually, yeah, definitely. In case we figure out what is going on the other side.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm gonna write I'm gonna give you kind of like a little character array, just kind of describe the runes, but they're just gonna be a bunch of random characters.
Would I be able to find a way to like write them down?
Yeah, like you could probably get a sheet of paper with some chalk, or if you have a piece of paper or something and a thing, you can kind of just write the gist of the runes down.
I don't know if I do or not. I'm not seeing it, but I know there was some stuff I could have left out.
All right. So this is what the rune looks like. Pound, percent, exclamation. Well, that's not really what it looks like. It's kind of like in like Nordic runes, but I don't have a Nordic keyboard, so I don't have a way to show it. So if you guys wish to write it down, go ahead. I recommend doing so for something much later down the line. So.
All right, one moment. So you said writing down what? Oh, those? Okay, I'm going to put those in my notes.
Yep.
I actually don't think I have a way to write it down.
I'm just making a notepad document on my computer and doing it there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm meaning in character, I don't think I have a way to write it down.
Just in that case, you could just say you commit it to memory.
But in character, I am gonna look at everybody and be like, anybody got a piece of paper? And some chalk or something?
Yeah. I will say you make the mental note by definition if you write it down in out of character. So.
Yeah. Is it the little characters that's popped up under my
Yeah.
name?
Pound, percent, exclamation point. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Yep. Ready when everybody else is.
Yep, same.
Garden, you ready?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been ready.
Oh, I was just confused. All right, so you guys managed to get the runes, write them down. All right, so from what you can gather, the cave has been completely cleared of goblins and things, stuff, crap, whatever you want to call it, and you think it's time to head back. Flair, do you choose to let them know of the note?
And is it rune for letter?
I know, yeah, the essentially is called the curse note, but yeah.
Yeah, I will hand it over to him to look at.
All right, so Gearden and you both see Pip kind of pull out the letter. He says that it's from the chest, and he hands it to you guys. And if you guys can read under comment, I will repeat the message.
That is
I'm
definitely
just
one I
gonna
can
look at
read.
it and I'm just gonna look at it and be like, so small problem. I don't understand what this says. And I'm gonna look at Beard and be like, do you?
Well,
Gearden
allow
can
me to.
understand it.
Yeah, well, you could just wait for Gearden to read it back to you.
Yeah. So Gearden says, advance on the Indel at night in 3 days and attack at midnight. I have left you with some good weapons to enjoy slaughtering them. Boss says to have fun. From Smarn the Bloody.
So Gearden's gonna, in that case, say, just gonna be reading, kind of muttering that verbatim.
Yeah.
As he reads it out.
Alright. So, Anna, you hear those words, and Magbrecht's looking a little grim. Kind of concerned look on his face. He says, we should probably head back.
Probably,
And make
yeah.
it quick.
What do you want to bet they might have sent some people through trying to use this teleporter, even though obviously it's not working right?
It's like, hey, I did my best. Something's wrong with the other side. If the other side was working, nothing should be coming back.
I didn't say you broke it. I just said it's not working right.
All right.
I'm just saying I did my best to fix it.
Yeah. So, Magbrecht kind of comes over and he says, let's just go. The sooner we get back to Indel, the sooner we can defend it.
probably make sure that they don't actually make good on their plans.
Yeah.
Flair, do you have any objections?
I got none at all.
All right.
If you guys want, when we get out of here, I can hands my stuff over, all except for a weapon, maybe two, hand it over to somebody, and I can fly back to see if I can get back faster than you guys can walk. And try to, and be basically the messenger so they can do what they can while waiting on you guys to get to them.
Yeah, I will say our fly speed's about the same as their walking, about their movement speed, but that's actually usually a dash. So, if you want,
Yeah, but I mean, I can also, by flying, might be able to just avoid some of the stuff that we would not be able to avoid by walking, and that's where I'm thinking might make the difference. In particular, is anything we could run into on ground. If I just fly over it, I don't have to worry about it.
I will say, because it is a one-day travel out, and from what you can gather from the note, you guys will be coming around the time. You guys will show up at about the time the attack just started, or a little bit after.
Yeah, and if everybody else is
That's if
agreeable to
everyone's
it,
walking.
I'm still.
So.
Well.
Yeah. If everybody, that's why I said if everybody's agreeable to it, I'm gonna fly to try to get there at least a little bit sooner.
And I mean, if you want to end up there dead tired and begging for some rest, then sure.
Yeah, you will be if you're not gonna stop for the evening, you will be getting a point of exhaustion.
I will take that point of exhaustion because maybe we can get some help from the town or have the town do something to make it easier on us to defend them.
Okay.
So the potential benefits to me outweigh the consequences of this decision. Again, this is only if everybody's agreeable to this, because they're gonna have to carry my stuff. All except for what I can fly with.
Yeah, you won't have anything to defend yourself though, so it won't be ideal. But
yeah, if at all possible, I'm just gonna take my bow. No arrows, just the bow, because I'm sure I can scavenge some arrows from get some arrows from the town.
Yeah, and you also got goblins around anyway, so it's like.
Yeah.
All right. So does everyone agree on this strategy?
Sure.
Yeah, I do.
I guess.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna go ahead and strap my bow to my back in a way where it's not gonna interfere with my ability to fly.
All right.
Since my arms are my wings.
All right, so I'll go ahead and equip everything.
Yeah, and then I will hand everything except for the bow that is strapped to me over to whomever wants to carry it and can carry it in addition to their stuff. And I'll be like, if you guys need to split my stuff amongst the three of you while I fly back to town as fast as I can, go ahead and do so. Just, we'll deal with my stuff after we're done with everything. Once we're done with the fight tonight.
Yeah. Are you taking your leather armor?
If possible, yes, but if I cannot, no.
I'll say you allow it because you need some kind of defense.
Yeah. But I'm definitely gonna leave everything except for maybe the armor and a single bow. I'm just gonna leave the arrows, because like I said, I should be able to get someone in town.
Alright. So, leather armor. I apparently have a light crossbow for some reason, but I'm just gonna let fly. Your crossbow bolt.
I'll even be leaving. Well, I'm gonna leave my crossbow as well.
Well, I'm just saying, it was supposed to be a light bow, but... Or
well,
a compound bow.
I stole a... Well, no, I have a bow and a crossbow because I stole the light crossbow.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see. Bow.
So the short bow is the only thing that's other than my armor. that is going with me.
Mm-hmm. Equipment. Let's see. Bow. The short bow. Alright. So you're just taking a short bow and
my armor that I'm wearing. I am leaving my shield, my arrows, literally everything else.
alright. So everyone just kind of takes it up and puts it in their backpacks.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna set my bag down and be like, do what you will with it. I'm gonna hand my torch over to Pip because that way as soon as we get out of the cave, I literally just take off and run back to town.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because even if I'm exhausted, at least there'll be something they can do.
Alright.
Hopefully.
Alright,
Because
so
even any amount of times we get for them to prepare is good.
So everyone who is on the ground party, we're gonna go ahead and have you guys on your guys' walk. You guys make it, or Anna's already gone. She's bolted off, trying to get to Indel as quick as possible. The three of you, I want you just to roll me perception, and then
So,
you guys will camp for the night.
if I can.
Yeah.
Surely, was it?
Perception.
Yes, yeah. Ooh. 18.
Alright. Magbrack is gonna roll his. Alright. And Gearden, go ahead and roll me
Yes.
perception. Alright, so on your guys' first walk, you guys notice nothing's coming out to attack you. And it's about nighttime now. You guys figure it's time to lay out camp.
Excuse you. Sorry about that. Cat decided to just hop right up on the desk.
Alright, so you guys make a camp. I don't have the screens for it, or whatever. It's the wild cat dragon. Yeah, something like that. So
I don't know what she wants. I guess she just wants to be petted.
yeah, so essentially what
You're
ends up
not paying
happening.
attention to her, so she must make you pay attention to her.
Yeah. Well, I'm just ruffling her fluff slowly, and she's purring quietly now. I'm just holding her kind of like Dr. Evil style.
Alright, so nothing comes out to attack you. You guys set up camp. Alright, so who's taking first watch?
I guess I will.
I was gonna volunteer.
Alright, so
Because it's not like I don't have really any diminished resources from doing this, because all I've just been doing is firing a crossbow with infinite ammo.
Alright, so go ahead and just roll me perception.
Let Thingy go first, then.
I saw that, like, it was on 13, and at the last second, it touched 1.
Mm-hmm. So as you're sitting there looking around, you start to feel...
I'm probably gonna be just, like, get caught up fiddling with the crossbow.
Yeah, so it ends up happening, you start nodding off yourself. And eventually you fall asleep. Before waking up, your crossbow just falls over and wakes you up. Nothing apparently happened, thankfully. Alright. Who's next? Who's on second watch?
I guess I am.
Alright. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Roll. Fail me now.
Alright, so you're not 20. You are very keen on what's going on around you. You can hear like critters in the bushes, but you know that they're not dangerous of any kind. You're just kind of sitting there catching guard, whatever, and nothing seems to attack you.
Nice.
Alright, and now it's Magbrick's turn. Alright, so he's sitting there looking around, keeping really good tabs on what's going on, but starts feeling like he's gonna doze off, but he doesn't actually fall asleep, thankfully, and you guys don't get attacked. Alright, so everyone, go ahead and set yourself up for, what was it? Long rest. I'm trying to remember how to do that. At the top of this sheet, there should be...
Long rest?
Yep.
Nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay,
Nothing happens to me.
Let me see here. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to... I can't remember how to take a long rest. Oh yeah, on the very right under actions at the very bottom, there should be an option for long rest.
Oh, good. I can just add that missing language myself, by the way.
All right. So Anna.
Yep.
So you're busy flying back. You're looking down, trying to see if you can find any goblins along the way. You don't find any. And I need you to get a point of exhaustion.
I already marked that point of exhaustion.
All right. I think that means you have a disadvantage on all skill rolls and attack rolls, I think, if I recall correctly.
Yep. Just, yeah. Disadvantage
Like
on
I
attack
said.
rolls and ability checks, and I think also saving throws.
Yes.
Well, like I said, this is the
Taking one
benefits
for the
outweigh
team.
this consequence, because if I get there fast enough, we all have a better shot of doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even
you,
if
you
I'm
took one for the
exhausted
team.
and need sleep. Exactly. I'm doing one for the team because we can get the town rallied to either help defend themselves and fight with us, or at the very least, set things up so we can defend them better.
All
One
right.
or the other.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I'm gonna go ahead and let you do the roleplay part now. So you get to the town. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to that real quick, briefly. I don't actually have Indel's map up here, so we'll just go along like it's there, like what we're saying. So you get to Indel's map. You get to the bridge. You're really exhausted, but you're barely holding on. But you get there, and the guards just look at you like, you literally just come a long way.
I'm gonna look at them and be like, get your leader. I need to talk to them now. There's going to be an ambush.
They look at you, they look at each other, they look at you kind of confused, like, okay. So they go Yeah, so they go back, one of them goes back, and the other one just tells you to hold here. The other one goes back and goes into, the building, kind of like a barracks, and gets essentially their captain. The captain comes out and says, "Oh, what can I do for you this fine day?"
I'm gonna go ahead and give him all of the information I have about the ambush, and I'm gonna let him know that I was hired by someone to go clear up some goblins, and while we were in this cave, we found a letter stating that tomorrow there's going to be an ambush on this town, and when their note said this ambush was.
Yeah. So did anyone give her the note when she left?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
And I'm gonna hand it over to him because that would have been the only. I'm gonna pull it out of a pocket and go, "Here's the note. I don't know if you can read this language, but if you can't, I would say get somebody who can." And I'm gonna hand it over to him.
So he's looking briefly through the note. Thankfully, I'm gonna say he knows Undercommon. And as he's looking through, his eyes kind of widen. As he's reading through, he starts to widen a bit more. Once he reaches the end, he sees the term "Smarn the Bloody," and his eyes kind of just go wide. The captain orders. You see the captain kind of point to his 2 men and says, "You guys stand watch. We need to get more men up here."
My party mates are on the way. They're gonna get here probably not too long before the goblins, if they make it in time. I decided to leave them behind to get here to give you guys as much leeway as possible to foil their ambush.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is he orders more men to get up front and defend the area. He goes and I guess he's talking through like kind of like a magic wire. You can get like a little copper wire that he's talking through, and he's talking from what you can gather to other captains, telling them to get themselves ready for an ambush, or not an ambush, but essentially a raid on Indel.
Yeah.
So the captain eventually looks at you and says, "Are you able to fight?"
Yeah, I have my bow. I do not have arrows, so if you have arrows, I can help shoot. I can join the archers and help with that. I also can heal. I am a cleric, however, I am unable to. It is going to be a spell that is going to take 10 minutes.
Alright, so what ends up happening
I have not gotten any rest yet.
Yeah. So what ends up happening is he gets a lot of. He goes ahead and orders one of his men to go in the back and go grab, I guess, a few arrows for you, and he hands them to you. He's like,
Thank you.
You're gonna need them.
Oh, yeah. I figured you guys would be willing to let me get some arrows from you, as I left my arrows behind so I could fly faster.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna go tune into the rest of them. So the rest of you guys are I would say about maybe about 12 hours out from Indel right now. You guys are gonna reach there by sundown, or not by sundown, but pretty much by around the attack starts. So what ends up happening is you guys are on your way. I want you guys to roll me perception again, just to see if anything attacks you.
Let me do it now. Oh my god.
You're getting all the nat 20s. Alright, and Magbrick, I need to get his. Alright, with that nat 20, I'm going to say you guys are pretty focused on what's going on around you. You guys don't see anything and they don't attack you. So you guys get there to know. So at this point, Anna.
Yeah?
You can hear in the background a guy, like a guard, yelling out, "Oi! Enemy spotted!" And I'm going to go ahead and get this going. And I have to move your characters around a bit, change this up a bit.
Just a heads up. My phone is still on Wi-Fi. My laptop disconnected itself from the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so in other words, you might have to
So
view
I
screen.
lost. Yeah, somebody might need to screen share so I can look at my character sheet and actually be able to read all of it. If I can't get this tech issue fixed.
So let's see. So we go to actors. That's if I could find out where the hell they are. There we go. So I'm gonna say you guys get an extra set of guards to help you. There we go. Let me go ahead and set them to friendly. That's how I can get this to go, right? Oh, whatever. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna give them bows.
Okay, got it fixed.
All right.
I'm back online.
Say, good job, I got skeleton head for this.
Where the hell?
Oh, by the way, forgot to mention the part.
Mm-hmm.
You know all those skeletons?
What about it?
I'm keeping some of those bones.
All right.
Well, I did also.
Particularly, two of the skulls and all the ribs
Mm-hmm.
for reasons.
You're gonna make your own human flesh golem thing?
No, gonna just be funny like bone armor.
Alright.
You know, just for the like intimidation factor. Just have like a goblin skull on either shoulder.
Alright.
We'll think about it.
Well, hope nobody breaks your skulls then.
I'll just get more.
Let's see. I'm gonna make his HP a little bit bigger. Make it 85. Okay, never mind. Alright. So, the three of you, you guys come up to the bridge back at Indel, and you see there's a fight going on here. I'll go ahead and get the thing going. And what you guys see, you see a lot of the guards and knights are kind of buried up on this bridge trying to prevent them from going into Indel. And so what ends up happening, you can kind of see these two goblin captains are kind of ordering these goblins around, trying to see if they can eradicate the guards. And you have a wall of knights kind of standing here. From you can gather, and I got a hold of the captain, and managed to get some extra hands. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and I forgot to put this in an encounter, so just give me 1 second. I'm going to throw this all into one big encounter. There we go. Alright, I'm going to throw you guys into combat state 2. Alright, I want each of you guys to roll me initiative. You can kind of see Magbrek getting his Maul Breaker out ready. Like he's kind of really angry.
Is Maulbreaker, isn't that not a two-handed
Or I
weapon?
mean Mail Breaker. I keep saying Maul Breaker, I don't know why, because it's a maul.
Come on, hi Wall.
Is it not a two-handed weapon and therefore
It's a two-handed weapon, yes.
So, mutually exclusive to shields.
Yeah, he has 18, I've been rolling it, I've been using it at 16.
Okay.
So, alright, let's see here.
Question
So,
for the initiative roll.
what was your
Since
initiative?
Since I'm exhausted, do I need to roll disadvantage on initiative as well?
No, this will just be, no.
A normal.
This will be a normal dex.
Okay. I just want to double check because I've not done combat exhausted before.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 10
Alright, so a 10.
total.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. Had to roll everyone else. God, I have to roll so much dice.
I know, I made your job as DM so much harder by going and adding guards into the fight.
Yeah. Oh no, there was already gonna be guards in the fight. There's not this many.
Yeah, this is why I flew back to town and was willing to take the point of exhaustion because, well, it meant we would get more people on our side.
I'll go and wait for these dice to clear. Alright, there we go. I expect this combat to take probably the rest of the session, just a heads up. Oof.
Of course.
Alright. First things first. This goblin's up. Actually, let me hit begin combat. There we go. Alright, so. Let me see how far he can move. I think it's 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna come up here. And he's gonna go ahead and try to smack this guard senseless. But first, because he's going through a bugbear who's much taller than him, I gotta make him roll. What check was it? I'm gonna borrow your quick here down. Acrobatics. The index. Yep. So what ends up happening, so this goblin's trying his best to get around the bugbear, but he ends up tripping and falling and he got himself prone. That'll be his turn. Alright. The goblin captain's turn. So the goblin captain is gonna try to take he's gonna use his multi-attack. And he is going to try to attack both of these guards right here. Let's see, there's a short bow. Alright, that one whiffs. Whoops, didn't mean to press that one. Alright, double check. Alright, that misses. Alright. Next up, the next goblin captain. He is gonna try to get and destroy these guards up over here. Using his multi-attack, of course. Ouchies, that hurts. So alright, let's see here. Where is it? There it is, short bow. This. Alright, so what ends up happening, you see him fire an arrow at this guard, and he takes a pretty nasty hit. Right to the stomach. So let's go over here. Here's try to attack that other one. And whiffs. Alright, next. It's this guard's turn. Forgot to give him a bow, but I'm gonna make him use a bow. So. Alright, so he's gonna pull out his longbow. And he's going to shoot the goblin captain right here. Let's see. And miss. Alright. Pip, it is your turn.
Mighty, I am going to use my dash. This will make me move. Would it be 5 still?
It'll be 6 for 30 feet.
Right, 6. I'll go and use my bow.
Alright.
Let me just prepare a minute. Is it equipped? I think.
So you, all right, go ahead and roll the attack.
Going to use it on him.
All right.
Let me
Go ahead and
know.
roll that attack. If it meets, it beats. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so go ahead and also roll me a d6 for sneak attack, because he's focused on these guards up here. Alright, so he takes 11 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
Let me see here, so let's do that, and then let's go ahead and subtract the 5. Alright. Go. Alright, so what ends up happening is you just see them getting attacked. You come up, right up in front of them, pull out your bow, and shoot him right in the chest. And he takes a pretty nasty hit in the chest where he wasn't expecting. He looks up and he sees you flare, sitting there with his bow, with your bow out, aiming right at him. And he looks at the rest of them. He looks at everyone else. Oh, we got some more meat in here. And they all kind of just look at him and look at Flare. All right, Garden, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, that is strike 4. Refreshing.
I haven't had these issues happen with this yet, so I haven't seen this happen.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Okay, so acquire a target.
Yep.
And wait, pick my sheet up. Target is still selected.
Alright, that hits.
Pew! Oh,
Ouch.
happens.
Alright.
Happens.
So it ends up happening. You aim your crossbow. Look right at the goblin captain. You shoot him, and the arrow and the wind pushed the arrow just a bit and hit him in the upper thigh. You get 4 points of damage. So 20. There we go. Alright. Alright. Next it's this guard's turn. He is going to shoot his bow since he's gonna make a lob of arrows. So he's gonna try to make a lob of arrows on and try to hit this goblin captain right here. Because he sees you guys in the fight. So. And he misses. Alright. Now it's time for the muscle. Alright, so this knight, he sees this goblin, he's like, get over here! And he's gonna charge him. He's gonna try to go ahead and whack him with his greatsword. He's gonna have to make 3 greatsword attack. This is gonna hurt. Alright. So, +5 to hit. Alright, that hits. Alright. So it ends up happening. So you see this knight charge this goblin, and he lobs his head off in one blow. He's like, oi, who's here? Who wants some of this? Alright. Next, it is this guard's turn. This guard is gonna try shooting Goblin Captain here. I'm gonna have to borrow this guy's sheet real quick. Alright. So it hits. Oh, didn't mean to do that crit. Alright, there we go. So what ends up happening is this guard raises his bow and shoots his goblin captain right in the neck. And he takes a nasty hit. Alright, next. Alright. This goblin saw his friend get defeated. And he's going to try to go and attack this knight. Oops. Alright, let's see. And that misses. Alright, let's see. Next goblin. So this goblin is going to try to shoot this guard right up here with his bow. Actually, yeah. Alright, sharp bow. And he just barely whiffs him as the bow's arrow just kind of slinks right past his ear. Alright, next, it's this knight's turn. This knight is going to charge this goblin captain. He's like, come at me! And he's going to take multi-attack. Alright, great sword. Alright, that hits. Alright, so that's 9 points of damage. And he's gonna make another greatsword attack. That hits. Go ahead and roll another one. 6, and then one more. And that one just barely hits. Actually, no, does it? No, it doesn't. He has a 17 armor class. So, he misses that last one. Alright. Next. Other knight. He's going to come up. And he's going to use his... empowering presence. And he's gonna, well, I don't think you guys, you guys can see it. Okay. And he's also gonna go and attack. Let's see here. So he's gonna attack this one first. Features main. Multi-attack. +5. He misses that one. And he's going to try to attack Goblin Captain now. Alright, that hits. Ouchies. That Goblin Captain really is hurting. Alright, let's see here. And let us see. Last but not least, great sword, more great sword attack. Oh, that's not a brain right there. And he misses. Alright, now it's this knight's turn. Oops, that was the wrong one. Now it's this. Oh. Which one was that one? Alright, that's the one I just did. Alright, so it's that one, that one. Alright, now it's this guard's turn. So this guard is going to be very ballsy, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to go say hi to this bugbear with a spear. Even though he's only limping on 2 hit points. Alright, let's see. Alright, that hits. And since he doesn't have a shield. Alright. So this guard, limping on his very few points that he has, is gonna go run up to this bugbear and start to poke him with his stick, essentially. Alright, now this guard is gonna try to fire a volley and try to hit Goblin Captain here. And he misses. Alright, Moon, it is your turn.
Alright, I am going to try to shoot whatever enemy looks like they need a arrow in them the most.
Yeah, so you can't really see any at the moment, basically, because the knights seem to be attacking the goblins pretty well. You can try to move up over here, though.
Is there like a pillar or something I could just like perch on and shoot them from? Without getting in the guard's way?
You could probably come up to like right here and shoot this goblin right here if you want, or you can stand like a little bit back and shoot this one.
Yeah, I'll just like go over about where you were tapping and
Like right
I'll
here?
like sit on, yeah, about there. And like I'm gonna perch on like the railing if I can, using my smallness to my advantage so I can see, get a better view and be able to shoot over everybody's heads easier.
Alright, so I'll say you can shoot this goblin right here.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put an arrow in them because they look like they need an arrow.
Alright, just go ahead and use your bow.
Oh shoot, I have to roll disadvantage, don't I?
With what, for what? Oh yeah, with
'cause of the
disadvantage because you have
exhaustion?
exhaustion, yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 9 total.
9 total, that misses.
Yeah.
So you aim the arrow, just barely holding on to your strength as you're trying to fall asleep, and you try to fight it as best as possible. You aim your bow back, and you let go of the arrow, and it misses the goblin by a little bit. Alright.
And I'm gonna switch into Abyssal, and I'm just gonna yell at the goblin I just tried to shoot. Something along the lines of, fuck you, you need to die already.
Alright, this guard.
I'm tired and cranky.
So this
Ruining
guard.
my day.
Alright, so this guard is going to try to launch another volley at this captain here. That hits. Alright, and there's 2 points of damage to this goblin captain. Ouchies. So the arrow comes and hits him right in the foot. Alright, now it's this knight's turn here. Alright, this knight is gonna seize this guy, kind of come down from the top. Ballsy as all hell, but he looks like he's taken the nasty hit, so he's gonna charge in. Use his, where is it? Protective Presence. And he's going to use his multi-attack again. And he's going to try to attack all 3 of these enemies that are around him. Starting with the Goblin Captain. Alright, so that misses. Next is for the Goblin in front of him. He's going to get an advantage on this one. Never mind. Alright, so he's going to go and attack the Goblin. And literally lob his head off. He dies. Alright, and last but not least, on the Bugbear. Alright, that hits. Let's see here. And he manages to hit the Bugbear in that swing too. Alright. Alright, it's Magbrecht's turn. Magbrecht sees the fight going on. He's like, He's like cheering him on, and he's gonna dash forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. All right, and he's gonna meet this goblin captain head on, using his dash action. All right. Let's see here. Next, it's this guard's turn. Okay, Domino, I get you're playing Half-Life. I need you to go away, please. There we go. All right, guard. He's gonna shoot his bow. He's gonna try to hit the goblin captain from here. Well, that's a little bit standing. Borrow these ones. All right, and he misses just barely. All right, Bugbear. As Bugbear's angry, he's gonna try to, let's see here. He sees the knight kind of charging at him. He kind of looks at the guard here and then says, nah, I'm gonna attack the knight. So he's gonna try to beat the crap out of the knight. All right, Spike Club. And he misses. So the knight just kind of, so he kind of tries to bring the spike club down. The knight kind of dodges out of the way. All right, last but not least, this knight's turn. So you see him. This is the captain. The captain is just ordering his men, and essentially, he's just gonna use his empower. He's gonna move a little bit right here. And uses empowering presence. So I have to make like a little note. Well, no, I think it's fine. All right. Top of the order. Goblin Captain's turn. So this Goblin Captain sees Magbret, and he's gonna make two Actually, nah, I'm not gonna do that to him. So get that one. So this goblin, the goblin captain, is going to use get that one, and he's going to point to this bugbear. And let's see, both types you make one melee attack against the target. He's going to try to make him. Actually, nah, I'm not going to do that to him. I don't want to kill Maverick right out of the way. I'll just let him use his multi-attack. Alright, let's see here. Attack plus 5, plus 4. Ouchies. Alright, let's see. Alright, Maverick takes 6 damage as the Goblin Captain smacks him right across the chest plate. And he's going to make the other attack. And miss. Alright. Next, the next Goblin Captain is up at. So the Goblin Captain is going to get that one. And he's going to try to tell this Goblin to go and attack this knight right here. So he's going to use his plus 4. Nope, not yet. So let's see, it's this one. Scimitar plus 4. Alright, and he misses. Alright, and now that's up to this Goblin Captain to see if he can get himself out of his predicament. He's going to multi-attack. That misses. He's going to do it again. Now that hits. Alright, so. Alright, so this knight takes 4 points of damage as Goblin Captain slashes and then tries to go for a stab, and the scimitar for some reason, and ends up hitting him. Alright, next. Alright, it's this guard. He is going to use his longbow. Try to hit the goblin captain that's currently on Magrek. And looks like he hits. Actually, shouldn't be a D8, it should be a D10 because you double-handed. No, actually, no, it's a longbow. Never mind. Alright. He takes 4 points of damage. His engine, he's just engine with just a small amount of his life left. Alright, Pip. Still there? It's your turn.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright.
Go and grab the goblin skeleton head and whack him with it.
Alright. See, since that'll be just a standard attack, so that'll be a D4. Or go ahead and roll me an attack. Since this is considered an unarmed strike, this will have to, and you're not proficient in it, this will have to be just your strength. D20 plus your strength modifier to do this attack.
Yeah. Would be.
But yeah. So 1d20.
20
And
plus,
then
give me a minute.
your strength modifier, which should be a +0. So you're gonna have to roll straight D20 here and hope you get a 17 or higher. Nope. So as you come up with the skeleton head, with the goblin skeleton's head, he try to bonk him on the head with it. He looks and dodges out for a second before he looks at you like, what the fuck? Like terrified of you.
That's me done.
Alright, Gierden, it is your turn.
At last, I could finally take one crossbow shot, and then wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is the problem with having giant encounters.
Yeah. I think this is like the thing where you should do an instance of you use them not as characters but as forces, to where like every knight, like every ranged knight is a force, every melee knight is a force, and you just roll them in like batches of like 3 or 4.
Alright, that'll probably work better.
Yeah, that's how I've seen it done. Is you kind of treat like swarm rules, so to say.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep my position up here and it's in the way of my target. Okay, I'm going to then sidestep a bit to get a slightly better angle on that gobbo.
Alright, Goblin Captain or Goblin?
The same one that I've targeted before.
Oh, right here. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, that hits.
For another 4 damage.
Alright. So, aim your crossbow. You gotta count it for winds and
Just
distance.
with everybody just shifting and moving around constantly,
Yeah.
I suppose.
And you aim it up and you shoot him right in the other half of the thigh. And he's groaning in a lot of pain. He's still up though. He's got about a little bit left before he's finished. Alright. Next, this guard. He's gonna launch a volley. Try to hit this goblin captain right here. He misses. Alright, so this knight here, he's gonna go try to bash that goblin's face in. And since he has, let's see, empowering presence, alright, so this is gonna be, starts his turn within 15 feet of the knight. Yeah, it's gonna be his empowering presence, so, alright. So let's see, he's gonna get advantage on this attack. He might lob this gobbo's head off in one shot. Yeah, there's a good chance of that now. Snake eyes. But he still takes a nasty hit. he's gonna do it again. Yeah, that I think was a 19, so I don't think he... Yeah, so I guess that's it, that hits. So, alright, let's see, great sword. I don't think it's gonna matter. So he ends up chopping this Gobbo's arm off before he goes for an uppercut with the greatsword, and it lodges, the greatsword lodges itself right in between the cheekbones before he goes and finishes him off by bringing it up all the way across him, right through the center of his head. He is now dead. All right. So next, this guard. This guard's gonna try to poke this bugbear. Alright, that hits. This bugbear takes 6 points of damage as that guard gets his groove up and going and shoots the bugbear in the back of the back. Alright, next. This goblin's turn. He looks at his captain, he's like, what am I doing right here? There's so many knights! And the goblin captain just looks at him and is like, oh, no, shh, it's okay. So this goblin is gonna try to attack this knight. And, yeah, let's see here. Scimitar. There it is. Roll that. And he misses. Because he's trembling in fear. Alright, now this knight looks at his buddy and he's like, here, let me show you how real swordsmen duel. And he pulls out his greatsword again, and he's gonna do his multi-attack again. Alright, he's gonna hit the greatsword. Yeah, so that literally lobs the head off the goblin in one blow. So he's not dead. Alright, and next, he's gonna attack that goblin captain. Okay, that's a gnat. This is gonna hurt. Alright, 23 points of damage on the goblin captain, even though he was only limping on 5 hit points. So ends up happening, this knight goes through, brings his sword up, and brings it right down on top of his head. And it cuts... He pretty much starts by bringing it down. It gets stuck halfway through before he brings it up, pushes it down further, cuts him right in half. And he is now dead. Alright, next. It's this knight's turn. Alright, so this knight, 1, 2, is gonna go all over here. He's gonna start smacking the bugbear. Oh, that's the wrong one. Great sword, normal. Ouchies.
Don't like the bed.
Alright, so he takes 7 points of damage. He's gonna go for another great sword attack. Ouchies. This bugbear is limping on a few more hit points, so he might die this next turn. So yeah, he's a dead one. He's a goner. Oops, do that. There we go. All right, so what ends up happening? This guard chops off both of this bugbear's legs, before going right for the head on his last attack, and lobs the bugbear's head off, and he is now dead. Alright. So, next you just got to move up. Alright. So, this guard here is just gonna kind of flee because he's kind of hurting pretty bad. This other guard is gonna try to aim for another volley. Or actually, I'm not gonna say that. He sees everyone else and he's not gonna aim for a volley. Alright, Moon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try to put an arrow in whatever I can see that looks like it needs an arrow in it.
You'd have to move up.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move to wherever I need to move to see.
Alright.
Again,
so like right
while
there.
staying out of the guard's ways.
Yep.
I don't want them to. I don't want friendly fire. Oh. So that's a 7.
Alright, that misses, unfortunately.
Yep. At this point, my character's just gonna start yelling at the goblins and stuff. In Abyssal, just telling them, describing very awful deaths that she would like to see happen to them. Because she just wants some sleep, darn it. They ruined her plans for that.
So this guard is, considering he's back with the rest, he's not going to fire a volley. Alright, now this knight, he's going to rush the goblin. And he's going to try to take... Actually, he's gonna try to punch it in its face, rather than use anything else of that nature. Actually, you know what? He's going to use his champion's challenge, because he wants to see this guy fail. Alright, so he must make DC 13 charisma save. And he makes it, unfortunately. Alright, Magbrek's turn. Alright, Magbrek is kind of annoyed. He's hoping he can take down this goblin captain in one hit. So what's going to happen? He's going to try to attack with his Mailbreaker. Oh, he was cheated out of that. I'll give him the 18. So... yeah, he was cheated out of the 18, so I'll give him the 18. Alright. So, what ends up happening, so Magbrek takes out his Mailbreaker, aims for this goblin's head, before smashing it right into the ground, essentially killing him. Alright, so I'm going to leave music going. Alright, so you can hear everyone, at this point, everyone is cheering. Like they just essentially defended. One of them looks at, one of the knights look at you, going into combat here, and says, "Oi, we gotta go check on the tavern. We have to stay here and defend this. There should already be some knights there at the tavern." So I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'll volunteer to stand watch with you.
Alright. Well, I'm saying is that they were, because I figured I was gonna have you guys go to the tavern and defend, see if there's anything going on there.
All right. I go where needed.
I'm gonna offer to heal anybody that needs to heal it, and then go to the tavern and catch up with the other 3. If they've got anybody in desperate need of medical attention, I'm gonna make sure that, I'm not gonna heal, I'm gonna, basically, if anybody's like really close to death, or pretty darn injured, I'm gonna give them enough medical attention that they're stabilized until we can deal with it better.
Yeah. So essentially, the ones that are hurt just kind of look at you and says, "We'll be fine. Just go to the tavern, see if everyone's all right there."
All right. If everybody's good there, I'll come back and I will heal as many of you as I can.
Yeah. All right. So you guys get to the tavern as quick as possible. Get it. I recommend you refresh just to make sure it doesn't happen. Anything happens. As you guys get in, you guys see there's a tavern fight going on right now. And should I end session? We've been going on for about 2.5 hours.
I need to do dishes.
All right.
So that the sink is clear within the next 30 minutes.
All right.
So it is running on a bit.
All right. So I'll go ahead and end session here.
I will say that was a bit of a slog, but you did a lot better than most did considering the sheer amount of NPCs. So you made the best out of a bad situation there. So props to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
You still did pretty good.
If you
Because
want,
it wasn't
you can
that
blame
bad.
me for the additional NPCs, considering I chose to run back to town as fast as possible to try to get more guards in the fight.
Yeah, I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted them to laugh at you or just to have them acknowledged. And I figured it'd probably be better in the player's interest to have them acknowledged.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it
I found it.
probably helps that I had that note and I was like, "Here's the note,"
has a thing on this,
and made it very clear that I left people behind that would be joining in on the fight. Because I did not want them ambushed and losing more lives than if they knew it was coming and could counter the ambush aspect of what was happening.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I didn't expect those knights to be that powerful, to be honest.
I mean, that's fine though. It's because I feel like that was to be expected because, hey, one of our players took a gambit to where they would be weaker in combat to give us the advantage, and the gambit paid off beautifully. So it's I don't see any issue with this at all.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about having 2 knights originally, but then I'm like, I'll add a 4, and then this happened, and I said, I could add some extra guards to help. When the time came, because I figured that would happen. But I wasn't expecting it to be that many. I was thinking, would 2 guards or 4 guards be or not guards? I mean, knights be enough.
Yeah, but if you look at what I sent, Zbashu did a thing on this years ago where he shows basically for mobs just using averages work in a lot of instances. So it's just basically.
I see what you mean. Essentially, roll have every one of them roll an attack.
If you have
and then
that many of them,
it's
dice. You basically you don't have to roll. You just look at a table and you look at the person's AC, and then you look at their attack roll. It. I mean, it's a 2-minute video. I'll let it explain itself. How about that?
All right, that probably helped me because it's gonna help with Iriad at some point. Because I already have something really big planned for Iriad, although. Like I said, this is just the major story events, and I haven't really gone down to actual sessions worth of content yet. And I'm still writing the lore for Iriad. Good lord, there's so many places. So, alright. So that's end of session. I should hopefully be able to do stuff next Tuesday, unless work calls me in or something. You never know. Because it's the holidays, and I work retail, so it's not fun. But we shall see. We shall see. So with that, I am ending stream, and I shall see y'all later.